Alright guys, so not too long ago I made a video about forgotten Fortnite collaborations. But there's some more I want to talk about that I didn't really get to talk about because the video was so big that CapCut was genuinely about to fry my entire phone. So in this video, I'm going to be going over more forgotten Fortnite collabs. Now I talked about the forgotten Pele Air Punch emote in the last video, but there's actually another forgotten collab emote that's related to soccer. And it's the Raise the Cup emote that dropped in Chapter 2 Season 3. Now this emote features the song by Jerry and the Pacemakers called You'll Never Walk Alone, which is why it's considered a collab emote, and the celebration itself is based off of Liverpool. This emote also had a tournament where if you and your team placed high enough in the leaderboards, you'd be able to get the emote for free and before it came in the item shop. So why is this emote forgotten about? Well, I don't really know, but it's probably due to the fact that yeah, so Fortnite just never brought this back, ever. I have no idea what happened to the rights for this emote, but you can definitely see why people don't remember it. Anyways, around late 2022, there would be a movie that would, and I quote, actually, hang on one sec, would forever change the hierarchy of power in the DC universe. Anyways, if it wasn't clear enough, the movie that I'm talking about is Black Adam. DC did a lot of promotions to get people excited for Black Adam and his movie. They even included him in the DC Super Pets movie, which released earlier in that year.
Oh, fuck! Yeah!
That's my toy.
Yeah!
But anyways, one of the promotions that they decided to do was a collab with Fortnite. And this collab was a bundle that came with a Black Adam skin, back bling, emote, pickaxe, and a loading screen. Now, like pretty much every other cosmetic collab that I've talked about, this is forgotten because it hasn't been in the item shop in 500 years. But for this one, I feel like I can give an actually good reason as to why. So basically, Black Adam wasn't the big success that DC hoped it would be. And the main reason for that is Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne wanted Black Adam to be up there with the really popular DC characters. The problem with that though is that Black Adam is a villain. And unless you're a major Batman or Superman villain, or you're just Black Manta or Reverse Flash, you're not going to be seeing that popularity. He also wanted Black Adam, the Shazam villain, to fight Superman. And it's not like they couldn't have him fight Shazam either because he already had his movie in the DCEU. So I really don't know what Dwayne was thinking here, man. Also, the movie itself wasn't really anything special. It was just kind of mediocre. And the movie made money, but not enough for DC to want to continue with Black Adam. So they just kind of scrapped Black Adam with the whole entire DCEU as well. And because of them doing that, the skin hasn't returned in the item shop. And probably never will unless DC and The Rock end up working together again. But anyways, while I'm still on the topic of movies, there was actually a Ghostbusters collab that dropped during the 2020 edition of Fortnitemares. This collab came with 10 skins, 5 of them being male and the other 5 being female. It also came with 2 back blings, a pickaxe, a glider, and an emote that played the original Ghostbusters theme. And in 2021, they would bring out challenges that you could do to get a back bling that looks just like the Ghostbusters logo. And they only really did this to promote the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. Also, the set hasn't been back since 2020. Anyways, around Chapter 2 Season 5, which I personally consider to be another doo-doo garbage season of this game, Fortnite would collab with G.I. Joe to bring in Snake Eyes. Also for this collab, they gave him his own action figure, which was based off his Fortnite version. And he was featured in the Batman Fortnite comics. Also, to promote his movie that dropped in the summer of 2021, they would have his skin be in the item shop all the time around the movie's release. And they had a live stream where the main actor for the movie, Henry Golding, used the skin. But to be honest, none of this matters anyway because the skin hasn't been in the item shop since 2021. Now, in my opinion, this next one isn't even really a collab, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Now, this collab doesn't really have a name because, like I said, it's not even really a collab, but I just call it the Pennywise collab. Now, this happened during late Season X, and basically what it was is that there were red balloons spread across the map, and if you were to pop one of the balloons, it would play Pennywise's laugh. The only really collab-worthy part about this is that they probably had to get the rights to use Pennywise's laugh in the game. Other than that, there were no cosmetics or events that came from this because it was just this. So yeah, if anything, this was just more of a reference than a collab. But anyways, during Chapter 2 Season 7, there was this movie that came out called Free Guy. And the movie was basically about an AI version of Ryan Reynolds becoming sentient in a rip-off version of GTA Online. Anyways, this movie had a collab with Fortnite. And the collab was an emote that you could get for free by doing challenges, and a skin of the evil version of the main character from the movie. I don't know why they didn't just make Guy a skin, but honestly, whatever, man. And you know what? I don't even think I need to say why this is forgotten about. You could probably guess. But now, I want to take a moment to talk about Battle Pass collabs. Now, ever since Chapter 2 Season 2, it's become a pretty normal thing for Epic to put at least one collab in their Battle Passes. And I'm pretty sure that everyone remembers collabs like Deadpool in Chapter 2 Season 2, Rick in Chapter 2 Season 7, and Carnage in Chapter 2 Season 8. But I just want to quickly talk about the ones that people don't really remember. Starting with Chapter 3 Season 2. Now, the collabs for this Battle Pass were Prowler and Doctor Strange. But honestly, this whole season was pretty forgettable, so of course people are gonna forget about this. Anyways, moving on to Chapter 4 Season 1. They had the Geralt of Rivia from The Witcher in this Battle Pass. It might just be me because I'm not really big on The Witcher, but I completely forgot that he was in this Battle Pass when I checked my locker. Moving on to Chapter 4 Season 4. This one featured the guy from TikTok, Kabi Lame. This guy got popular for stitching videos of people being stupid and then showing them what they're actually supposed to do while being completely silent and pointing his hands out. The most memorable thing from this collab was his emote because it was actually pretty toxic. They also featured Ahsoka from Star Wars in this Battle Pass. And you know what? I actually wouldn't be surprised if more people remembered that Kabi Lame was in this Battle Pass than her. Anyways, Chapter 5 Season 2 featured Korra. Chapter 5 Season 3 had Magneto and the power armor from Fallout. Chapter 6 Season 1 had both Godzilla and Baymax. And Chapter 6 Season 2 had Sub-Zero. Anyways, that's everything I had to say. Please like and subscribe so I can afford a new phone.